Ну, а если вы хотите... Что хотите? Ну, что-то хотите, в общем. Тогда... Тогда пишите в комментарии. В общем, это сейчас вторая часть. Первая часть закончилась неожиданно. Извините, конечно, за этот момент.
You call this cooperation between harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that.
Что за фигня? Я чуть не понял.
Oh, it seems that some of your friends have...
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child.
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liua was nearly wiped off the map.
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually,
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The note...
What in the world are you talking?
The contract is fulfilled.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Chio? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and...
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the harbor, I stood motionless among the crowd.
Oh, Zhang...
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next. So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Chising. Indeed I was. The Gnosis which I had kept for... That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use...
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured.
In the end, the resolution to all that had... Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Credit is also due to Senora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Child. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti. They seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue as divine protectors, and used the subsequent...
Huh? That doesn't sound good.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse?
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this. Wreaking havoc. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in—
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever—
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zappolyarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a—
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a
Realistically speaking, there is no—
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands, my agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
Получается, Синера забрала как его, глаз бога и у Крио Архонта. Или я чуть не понял.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we've spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Вот сейчас, подождите, дорогие друзья, вот сейчас вот минутка рассуждения. Вот мне вот интересно вот стало. Вот смотрите, вот Синьора, вот когда мы были в Манштате, получается, у нее был Крио, глаз бога. Получается, она забрала его у Крио Архонта. У Тарталии или у Чайльда Гидра, глаз бога. А это значит то, что он либо его сварганил у Гидра Архонта, либо я не знаю, как он его получил. Ну да ладно, погнали на церемонию.
Someone needs assistance.
Лезем. Та-та-та-та-та-та. Пуп, все. Надеюсь, вам понравился такой формат видео. Напишите в комментарии, хотите ли вы еще Геншина. Жалко то, что они на